I dare you to do that thing that you're afraid of today. I dare you to be afraid of doing that thing that you suck at and do it anyway. I dare you to be bold. I dare you to be brave. This video is something that has been on my heart for a while. I actually wrote a note to talk about this months ago, but I never made a video about it. I feel like so many of us, we are scared to do things. We're scared that we're going to look imperfect. We're scared that it's not going to come out the way we think it will. We're scared that nobody's going to watch or we're going to be made fun of. And that gives us, it pushes us to not create, to not do what we set out to do, to not do the workouts, to not go to the gym, to not write, to not learn the language, to not travel to this new country. There is so many things that we can suck at. And I feel like if you can learn to fail your way forward, to learn to do it afraid, imperfectly, and understand that that is the perfect way. I want to use myself as an example. Just recently, I have become able to do a squat. I couldn't do a squat. I sucked. Like, I was able to do squats years ago, but just recently in the last 5 or 6 years, I had an injury and I couldn't squat. And now I could actually do a full squat. And I was so proud of myself, even though it took me a whole year. I was afraid of doing the squat. I was afraid of doing the workouts. I was afraid of it all. And I kept pushing through it. I kept sucking. I kept learning. I kept falling. I kept failing. I kept having to tweak things. And I did it anyway. The second thing I would say that I sucked at, or I thought I sucked at least, was YouTube. I was afraid of doing YouTube. My first YouTube video I ever had was on my old channel I had for, it's still up, but I only made 3 videos on this channel. It was 2012 or 2013, I believe, and I wanted to talk about hair. That is something that I really loved. I was really passionate about. I thought I was going to be a hairstylist. So I talked about hair. I talked about the different bundles I bought. I talked about hair health, things like that. And I stopped because I was like, who's watching these videos? Who's listening to this? I was afraid to suck. I was afraid to tell people I even made the videos in the first place. The same thing happened when I started this channel in 2022 at the end after I believe it was after I had quit my job, my last job. And I was afraid. I was afraid to write, to speak out on camera in front of people, knowing that anybody could watch it. And I remember I made these videos over and over. I kept making videos. I spent hours editing them. And finally I went back to the drawing board and I posted the video that really started my YouTube. It was a clip from when I came back from Invest Fest and I was so pumped up and I just recorded a video. And that was my first video. And it was titled I think it's called a perfectly imperfect start. I believe that's what it's called, because I did all this work to make it look perfect. And in the end, I used the footage that was so uncut that I didn't plan to post. It was really just a message to myself, I guess my future self. And it worked out. That video actually got more views than a lot of my normal videos get. I don't get a lot of views on this channel as of yet, but I do it for that one person who may watch this video and have change. I don't do it for the hundreds of thousands. Yeah, that may come and maybe it won't. But you watching this, you may have that desire inside of you, something you really, really want to do, but you're scared that people are going to view you a certain way or they're going to make fun of you. It's in your head. The majority of people aren't. There are people, I won't lie. A lot of creators lie and say, oh, nobody's watching. No, people out there do those things, but you don't have to pay attention to those people. Those people are people who are angry because they haven't done what they needed to do. They have no courage to go out there and fail. They don't fail forward. They're always failing backwards, staying stuck. And they are the very people who are going to regret their lives when they're on their deathbeds. They're the very people who are going to regret it. Here they are online behind their computer making fun of you, but what are they doing with their lives? And that's why now I don't listen to people who don't have the life that I want or anything similar to it. I just tune them out because you are not in alignment with who I want to be. I understand if the person doesn't make the money or has the dream now, but it's the mindset. How are they showing up in life? Are they going towards that goal or are they going away from it, turning away from it? So I challenge you to really step back, feel the fear and do it anyway. Be courageous enough to suck because you just might not. The video that I didn't want to post, the second video that I didn't want to post after the first one I made was my cruise vlog, my first cruise vlog. That vlog to this day is my highest viewed video. on this channel. And that's crazy because I did not want to post it. I thought it was a terrible vlog. I thought no one would watch it. And yet it's the video that people watch the most on my channel. And I say this to say that it's not what happens every time. I've done things and I sucked at it and I kept doing it and there wasn't a happy ending at the end. But the person you become along that path is what changes you. When I made that video and I posted it, I had the courage to do it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch the video. And I did. And I was like, I thought it was good. After I posted the video, I was like, oh, yeah, it's decent. You know, it's cool. And then lo and behold, all these other people come around and they tell me the same thing. That was great. That was cool to have that reassurance. But what mattered was how I felt about it in the end. I have other videos like that where I just didn't want to post them. And honestly, those are the videos that have done the best. And you never know whose life is going to change from it. I've had people tell me, you know, write me messages or write on comments about how something I posted is exactly what they needed that day. There are people out there who need what you have, what you're offering, what you are creating, what's in your brain that you keep stuck in there. And I'm challenging you, I'm daring you to let it out, to release it into the world and be okay if you fail. Keep going at it. If it is something that you are aligned with, something that you know in your heart that you want to do, not having anxiety about it, but something that you know deep down in your bones that you want to do, you're just afraid of doing it, I dare you to do it anyway. Whether it's in small steps, big steps, but do it anyway. This proves to your body that you are capable, that you can. It's these small baby steps, these small action items, these micro little things you do that are wins, even if they don't look like wins in the moment. They are wins for you. They are putting you on the course of who you want to be or who you are unlocking, awakening. Because some of us, it's not that we're becoming the new person. It's that we're going back to the old girl that we used to be, the one that we left behind. So it's like, figure out, think about it. I don't want you to think about it too much, but act your way into it. Be courageous enough to suck. That's really it for this video. Do not be afraid to do what you are aligned to do, what is calling you, what you may say is your purpose or something that you think is so minuscule, unimportant, because that could change someone's life. There are so many people who if they didn't do that thing that they had felt called to do, that they felt that was important to bring to the world, there's things that wouldn't have been created. There's people who would not have been born. And I want you to understand like how big of a deal it is when you keep what you have bottled up inside of you instead of putting it out there because you're afraid that you're not going to do it perfectly. No one is. No one is. So that is the challenge. If you are bold enough, you could write in the comments what you are going to dare to suck at, to fall forward into, or you could send me an email, whatever you prefer. I will put the information below in the box, but I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. With all my love, Lana.